Hello everybody. Thank you for coming to my channel. I welcome you here. I'm Peter the Book Lover. I want to thank you for coming by. And today I'm going to do a haul video. I'm going to do a very big haul, and then I'm not going to do hauls for a little while. I've got more books that I want to unhaul, but I actually want to take a little break from making haul videos for a little while and then concentrate on other videos. But I've got a good haul here, so let's check out these books. Now, I'm going to show you the books that I recently bought, and then I'm going to show you some books that I've had that I've been meaning to make haul videos of, but I've been taking a break before, so I'm taking another break. But I've got a lot of books here that I want to show you. Plus, I've got other books, but I'm going to save that for later. So let me just start off with the book that I'm most excited for. And this is a purchase. I'm going to show you a couple new purchases. I bought this for $4.49 at Half Price Books. And this is Star Wars, Splinter of the Mind's Eye. And yeah, this is a story that came out before Empire Strikes Back. Before The Empire Strikes Back, and this is like a story that was going to be a sequel to Star Wars, but they went with The Empire Strikes Back, which I'm glad they did because that's a really excellent movie. I've been wanting to read this for years and years and years and years now, and I'm finally going to get a chance to read it. So I'm really interested in looking at this, and that's the first book I'm going to show you. Now, the second one I bought for the same price, same place. This is Stephen King's The Drawing of Three. This is the second book in the Gunslinger, the Dark Tower series. This is the sequel to The Gunslinger. And yeah, I've actually kind of had to buy this before I continued with the series. I kind of want to read these books in order. I recently just read The Gunslinger, and that is a very good book. It's very entertaining. But like I say, it really doesn't go too far. And this is going to continue with the story. And I'm really looking forward to checking this out. And I have other books in this series. I think I'm only missing the 5th part of that series. So I'm going to have to hunt that down after I get done with 3 and 4. So the next book that I got here, I got for a little bit cheaper. This is for $3.99. This is The Subtle Knife. And this, I actually bought this because this is a book that I had that I haven't unhauled yet. But this is the 3rd part to this trilogy. And right now I'm reading The Golden Compass. And this is his dark, what is it? His Dark Matters. His Dark Materials, I'm sorry. His Dark Materials. So this is... I got all 3 books, and the thing about The Golden Compass, it's a great book the first time you read it, but it's an even better book the second time around because it's really a really fantastic story. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to checking out these books. These should be a lot of fun. And then the next 2 I got, they're kind of the same thing. I got both of these for $1 a piece. This is Who is Benjamin Franklin? This is one of our founding fathers. He's a really interesting guy. He really didn't discover electricity, but he found out that lightning is actually electricity because he tied a key to a kite, and he found out that it attracted electricity, which is from lightning. Plus, we make electricity as well from static electricity. I'm not really sure the exact process on how we make electricity, but he actually kind of discovered electricity, kind of. And then he also invented the lightning rod, which is something that helps a lot of people that don't even realize it, because that because of that, lightning will strike this rod and then it hurts nobody. And, if before that was invented, people would get struck by lightning all the time. And then I also got this one for $1. Who is George Lucas? This is the creator of Star Wars and Indiana Jones. And, yeah, he's a really fascinating person. And I want to learn a lot more about George Lucas. So these these books in this series are really excellent. I really love these. But yeah, reading about George Lucas is going to be a lot of fun. He is definitely one of my favorite directors. I love American Graffiti. That's a really excellent movie as well. And yeah, you know, he's the one that came up with Star Wars. And you know I love Star Wars, right? Okay, so the next book I'm going to show you is The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling. I have an abridged book of that, of The Jungle Book, but now I have the unabridged copy. Now, the thing about it is I read the abridged copy, and it inspired me to listen to the audiobook of The Jungle Book. And it's really great. And there's Rikki Tikki Tavi is a really excellent story. Now I have this book in a wonderful hardcover copy. I really love this artwork of the elephant. Really fantastic. I am loving that. The Jungle Book. Okay, so that's my my last purchase. $20. Not bad way to spend $20. Not the not this one though. Not the this one. This one is part of the haul, but it kind of goes with that. Okay, so this is a book I've had for a while now. I've read this one before. This is The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. This is a really interesting book, really wonderful in some ways. There's a chapter in this book that's devastating, that will make anybody cringe. You know, it's not the faint of heart, and it's a really interesting story. Although this is a story that becomes very pro-socialist. You know, this is definitely a pro-socialist book, anti-capitalism book. So, but it's still a really interesting read. I really enjoy this a lot, and I plan on rereading this again. And this is a wonderful hardcover copy. Knock on wood, knock on book. So this next one I got right here is an autobiography by Eric Clapton. Yes, and this is a beautiful book. It's in great condition. And yeah, Eric Clapton is a fantastic guitarist. He's got some songs out there that are amazing. Sunshine of Your Love, I love playing that. I love playing that guitar solo. It's excellent. Layla, plus a bunch of other stuff. The acoustic version of Layla is wonderful. So I'm going to learn a little bit about Eric Clapton. He is definitely an excellent guitarist. One of my favorites. Jimi Hendrix is a little bit better, in my opinion. Tony Iommi, yeah. Kerry King from Slayer, oh my lord, what a guitarist. So, okay, we got this one here. This is by Kenneth C. Davis, and this is a little abridged book of Dr. Martin Luther King. This guy in 1963 marched for civil rights, and he accomplished that, and he is the reason why black people are able to vote in America. Really great guy. Really sad ending because he got assassinated, and that's not going to be fun to read about, but at the same time, I really like this character. I really like his stance on civil rights because he wanted to see black people and white people be equal together, and us being together, and that's what I really love, bringing us together, you know. Awesome book. Then I've got The Second First Lady. This is about Abigail Adams, and this is written by Jean Brown Wagner. I think that's how you pronounce the name, but yeah, she is the second First Lady. I know about her, but I have not read much about her, and I'm really interested in learning about her. I've got other books about her as well, but I'm really interested in checking this out. This is going to be a lot of fun, a little bit more history, and I believe that I could consider that a children's book. So, and this is another children's book. This is Faithful Friend, the story of Florence Nightingale. Yes, and she's a person, you got to thank her for clean hospitals. Before she came around, hospitals were a nasty, dirty place, but she actually fixed the sanitary conditions in hospitals and, you know, hospitals and places for healing where they store the wounded soldiers. Yeah, so she really did a lot for healthcare. She's a really famous character. I read a short story about her before, and she's a really interesting character. And this is by Bernice Beatrice Siegel. So yeah, another book that I'm looking forward to. Oh, I got a lot here, and this one, this is by Jane Hammerslough, and this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Owl puke, and this is just going to be some interesting facts, some disgusting facts I expect, but yeah, it's got yuck, and yeah, it's definitely a children's book. So this is another book that because I really love these short reads because I read longer reads and rereads, and then I have shorter reads, and these are a lot of fun. And I get through a lot of these short reads. They're great because you could read a lot of them, and you could learn a lot from all these books. There's always something really interesting in all these books. So I'm going to look at owl puke. And I really love owls. They're beautiful animals. They kind of look like cats. Okay, the next one I got is Pocahontas, and this is written by George Sullivan. And yeah, Pocahontas, I do not know much about her. I've never seen the Disney movie. I've seen that clip, that song, the Wolf Cry song, and I really like that song, but I never got a chance to see the movie Pocahontas. Mel Gibson, I believe, is a voice actor in that movie. So I want to read this. This is another children's short story, and I really love these a lot. You know, that's the thing. I got a lot of them, but I will get through most of these because they don't take a long time to read. Okay, so the next one I have is Davy Crockett. So I'm going to learn a little bit more about Davy Crockett by Eileen Wells Parks. And yeah, this has got some illustrations, but yeah, another children's story. I didn't pay $2.99 for this. This is one of the books that I got from a book box. But it's got this sticker that I got to get rid of. But yeah, Davy Crockett, I've heard of him, but I don't know much about him. Now, this is a book I've read, but I read this as a book, and now I have the graphic novel of an I Survived book. And this is The Shark Attacks of 1916. And yeah, I've read this book. It was a really interesting book. It wasn't my favorite of the I Survived series, but still, it was a very good book. And yeah, I wouldn't mind reading this. And I really love the cover. Look at that shark. Those kids should be afraid of that shark. This is by Lauren Tarshish. And yeah, I really am looking forward to reading this audiobook. I mean, this graphic novel. Sorry, I stumble over my words sometime. And the next one I got is another George Sullivan book, and this is Harriet Tubman. And this is, we know about her. She's a person that helped a lot of people, black people in the South, that wanted to get away from slavery. And there was an underground railroad that she ran. Yeah, and so she was a big deal, and she saved a lot of black people from slavery. And I have other books about her. Speaking of other books, I've got this one, another graphic novel. This is Harriet Tubman, Toward Freedom, Whit Taylor, and Casimir Lee. And yeah, this is a graphic novel of her story. So really cool that I got a graphic novel and a novel, like a little, a short novel about her. She's a really interesting character. Although I have not read much about her, so I'm not familiar of her story, except that I know that she about the Underground Railroad. So then I got this one. This is another short book. This is going to be George Ferris, What a Wheel, and this is written by Barbara Laurel. And I know about this story. There's The Devil in the White City is a great story about H.H. Holmes and Daniel Burnham. And a big part of the story was them coming up with the Ferris wheel. That was a part of the Chicago Fair in before 1900, you know what I mean? A little bit before 1900. And it was a really fantastic piece of engineering. This was really scary. A lot of people thought the wind would take this wheel and the wind would blow it and it'd be rolling down the street. And yeah, these cars are 36 of them, and they are like the size of a train. And yeah, 360 degrees from the circle, so it's a perfect circle. And yeah, another book that's going to be really interesting to me, in my opinion. I'm really looking forward to reading about the Ferris wheel, because that was a really wonderful piece of engineering. Okay, then I got this one, Bomb. And this is written by Steve Shinkin. I'm not sure how you pronounce the name, but yeah, this is the bomb that delivered the bomb for Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And yeah, looks really interesting. I really wouldn't call this a children's book, so this is going to be an actual book that I'm going to be reading. This looks like it's not going to be something that I could read in a day. It's going to take me a couple days, but it looks really, really interesting and a lot of fun. So there's that. Then I've got this. This is The Candlewick Book of Fairy Tales, retold by Sarah Hayes and illustrated by P.J. Lynch. And yeah, this has got Snow White. This has got Hansel and Gretel. I believe this has got Sleeping Beauty, Rapunzel, The Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, and I think these are going to be a lot more like Grimm's fairy tales, which are a little bit darker than the Disney version of these stories. And I really like the darker version. Like Cinderella, I remember that to get her stepsisters to try to fit that slipper on, they actually cut off part of their feet to try to fit into that slipper. Really, really interesting. And yeah, and I'm really looking forward to this. This looks like it's going to have some really wonderful artwork. Yeah, I really, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I like fairy tales, man. I'm not above reading those, man. So the last one I'm going to show you is about the War of 1812. The War of 1812. And this was written by Amy Van Zee. And I'm really happy to have this because I'm not really familiar about the War of 1812. So this is going to be a new look on a war that I'm not really familiar with. And I do like reading about wars, like the Civil War, World War I, World War II, you know, plus wars that happen in other places. But the wars that I'm really most familiar with is World War II and the Civil War. I've read a lot of books about that, and I've watched a lot of documentaries. So that's all I'm going to show you. That's enough. That's a lot of books that I have here. And I want to thank you for being here. I'm Peter the Book Lover. I want to thank you for giving me your time. If you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you can, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you can, subscribe to the channel. I make more videos all the time. And that's about it. I'm Peter the Book Lover. I want to thank you for being here. See you next time.